there, welcome to Sarah's Stitchery. My name is Sarah and this is my channel where I talk all about my cross stitch. Today is October 14th and this is Flosstube episode number 21. I wanted to just do a quick thank you to all my returning viewers and subscribers. I always appreciate your support and I appreciate that you keep coming back and supporting me and watching me and spending time with me, so thank you. If you are new here, hello, welcome. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you're spending time with me today. And I hope you enjoy what you see and that you will consider liking my channel and subscribing and leaving me a comment. I would also love it if you would follow me over on Instagram. My Instagram name is different than my channel name. You can find me on Instagram at Stitchy Sarah Reads, which I will post down below. I would love if you give me a follow. So let's get started. I always start with a brief personal update. Today is, like I said, October 14th. It's Monday. I'm off school today. I'm a 4th grade teacher and we are on fall break. I do go back tomorrow. I've actually been off school since Wednesday because I've been sick. So just kind of getting over that still. But fortunately, I was able to do a lot of stitching while I was homesick. So I've got lots of things to show you today. I'm going to try to get through the video. Excuse me, I was just about to say I was going to try to get through the video without any coughing or sniffling, but no promises. So yeah, today it actually feels like fall. I live in Southern Ohio, Southwestern Ohio, and for the first time it actually feels like fall outside. And today was actually the first day I've left my house since Wednesday. I went and got my nails done. I did chrome. I've never done chrome. That was fun. And yeah, so it feels nice and cool outside. I love a cool, crisp October day. I love October anyways because it's my birthday month. So I actually got an early birthday present for my husband. I haven't opened it yet or used it yet, but I got an iPad. I've never had an iPad before. And my husband is, my husband's a teacher as well. He teaches financial literacy. And so he's a little bit of a penny pincher. So I don't usually have like the latest technology. If it's not something we need, it's not something I usually get. I'm not complaining. I live an okay life over here. I'm not complaining. But I did ask for an iPad for my birthday because I know so many stitchers who use iPads for their stitching. And now that I'm getting a little older and my eyesight's starting to falter a little bit, it would be nice to be able to stitch from my iPad and be able to like blow things up as needed. So, so yeah, I've never used an iPad before. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to use an iPad to streamline my stitching experience, I would love to hear all of your tips and tricks. My friend Sarah, Handmade by Sarah W., she swears by it. She uses an iPad for all of her stitching. So I'm going to be picking her brain on how to best use that for my stitching. So yeah, so yeah, my birthday's coming up on the 23rd, and I usually celebrate by having my kids over to carve pumpkins. So we're going to do that probably next weekend, I guess. So that's fun. My husband thinks it's silly, but I think it's fun. And you're never too old to carve a pumpkin, right? Anyway, well, let's get into it. Excuse me. I'm going to try not to cough too much. This is like the most talking I've done in several days. I have a lot of finishes to show you, fully finishes to show you today. So let's jump right into it. My first fully finish that I want to show you, this was a finish the last time I saw you, but since then I have fully finished it. It is Autumn Bee by the Blue Flower. Oh, so gorgeous. I stitched this on 40 Count Heather by Fiber on a Whim, which is the perfect color for it. And I used the called for Dinky Dyes silks. And I think it turned out fantastic. And I went ahead and fully finished it as called for on the chart. So I backed it with some velveteen from Lady Dot Creates in the color Berry Crush. And I also used the Berry Crush chenille, which I sewed on, and I think it looks so good. So good. I know it's Autumn Bee, but I'm going to keep this out year round because I just think it's perfection. I love it. So that was my first fully finish. My second one, let me grab this, hold on. My second one comes from the chart, The Pumpkin House by Liz Mathews. If you've watched me before, you know I've talked about my frustration with the fact that I stitched the top and the bottom on 2 different fabric counts. So the top is stitched on like a blue, and then the bottom is stitched on a neutral color. And you're supposed to use the same fabric count so that you can sew them together to display as one piece. And I had started my top, my house, on a 40 count fabric, and I was stitching my pumpkin patch on a 46 count. So I decided to keep going with the pumpkin patch and to UFO the top because I didn't have much done, and I just didn't have it in me to start over. So I went ahead and just finished stitching and fully finished the pumpkin patch and turned it into a pillow, and I'm happy with that. So there's my pumpkin patch. I just finished stitching it up and turned it into a little pillow with some black rickrack, and there you go. It's a finish. I would like to have the whole piece, but I just, like I said, I kind of lost momentum, lost my mojo with it, and I was like, okay, let's just be done. So that's where I'm at. Maybe one day I'll go back to stitching the whole thing, but not right now. Excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, the next thing I finished, let me look for my chart here. Here it is. The next thing I finished came from this booklet, Spooky Autumn Smalls by the Blue Flower. Last year, I stitched those cats that are wearing witch hats and socks. Here, I'll show it to you. So this was a last year finish. Aren't they so cute? And my friend Sarah, Handmade by Sarah W., she wanted to stitch another one from this booklet. She would stitch the cats this year. And so she was like, let's do that spider web Biscornu. And I was like, okay, let's do it. I'd never done a Biscornu before, but I'm not one to shy away from new finishes. Do I get a little nervous about it? Yes, I do. But I'm not too nervous to give it a try, and I'm glad I did because it turned out so cute. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up there. It turned out so cute. The only thing that makes me sad is my stitching on the spider web's a little loose. But other than that, it's just literally this one strand here that's loose. Other than that, I think it turned out perfect. So cute. I love the little spider there. And I love the little ghosts peeking up along the edges. So, yeah, I'm very pleased with my stitching where I stitched the 2 squares together, and I am ready to stitch another one. I'm ready to stitch another one. So, very cute. That's my spiderweb Biscornu. And I would like to eventually stitch all of the things from this book. I don't know that I'll stitch any more this season, but maybe one a year. Excuse me, let me get some water. I thought about maybe not filming today because of this, but here we are. I mean, I have to go back to school tomorrow anyway, so I'm going to be teaching while I sound like this, so why not? Anyway, I have another I have 2 more fully finished, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. My watch just said no need to apologize. How funny is she? Okay. Now I'm going to laugh, and that's going to make me cough more. Sorry. Okay. My next finish comes from the Robin Pickens Seasonal Courier series. I'm so sorry. And let me pull out those charts here really quick. So the Seasonal Courier series has all 4 seasons, and I've stitched 3 of them. I started with Robin's Spring, and then I stitched Blue Jay's Summer, and then I just stitched and fully finished Blackbird's Autumn, and then next up will be Cardinal's Winter. And I display mine in this beautiful calendar cubby from Paisleys and Polka Dots. And yeah, and then I switch them out for the seasons. I have it on magnets. There we go. And so I could just pop in the different seasons. There's my Blue Jay summer. Come out of there. And my Robins spring. And I love how versatile that is. And I can just switch it out for all the seasons. So I'll be glad when I have the winter one done. And then I can just have this ready for each season. So let me tell you a little bit about this. I stitch all of them on a 32 count Picture This Plus sand. I feel like that size is perfect for this calendar cubby. And I use all the called for DMCs, stitching 2/2. And yeah, I just mount it on some mat board with some batting. And I back it with a fabric covered board, and there you go. There's your finish. So that's my fully finish of Blackbird's Autumn. I love it so much. In fact, I'm going to sit it back here. I'm going to sit the rest of my finishes back there too. I put them in my little dough bowl here. There we go. Sit those back there. All right, I've got one more finish, and I'm super excited about this finish. Hold on, let me get some things out of the way here. Super excited about this finish. It is by far the most difficult and rewarding finish I've ever done. So the last time I saw you, I had finished stitching Nettle by Stacy Nash. This was a new one that came out at market. There she is. So her mask comes on and off. And the little pumpkin, this is a little needle book. I decided not to stitch this part and not create a needle book. So I'll show you what I did instead. Let's start with the pumpkin. I just mounted it on a round mat board, covered another round one with fabric, sandwiched them together with glue, and then just put a little lady dot palm around the edge there. Super cute. That way I can just tuck it down in the dough bowl with Nettle. Speaking of Nettle, here she is. Oh my gosh. So I just did this yesterday. It took me a long time. It took me a long time because basically this is 3 finishes. This was a finish. Nettle was a finish, and her mask was a finish. Her mask comes off. I'll take it off in a second, but I'm going to just bring her in a little bit closer so you can take a look at her. This was definitely the most challenging finish I've ever done. I'm not a sewer. I sew, but I'm very new to sewing still, and I've only ever sewn straight lines. So this was very challenging for me. I had to keep like tearing out my stitching and redo it. She's definitely not perfect, but you know, she's pretty darn close. I feel like she looks pretty great. I put some Teresa Koget fall fabric on the back, and there she is. Would you like to see her without her mask on? So I'm just going to untie it. And there she is. Isn't she so cute? Oh my gosh. I am so pleased with this finish. There's her mask. So like I said, I can tie it on her and take it off as I wish. So she can have her mask on, or she can leave it off, right? So I just cannot say enough about this. I stitched her on a 36 count scroll by Stitch Me. And I used mostly the called for colors. I think I switched out a couple of colors, but she's, you know, even though I switched out a couple colors, she's pretty true to what's called for. So nothing crazy, just for any colors I didn't have in stash. And there she is. I ironed some interfacing on the back of my stitching, and I ironed interfacing on the fabric before I sewed them together, just to give it a little more stability. I did stuff her with, it's not polyfill. My friend Michelle calls it cluster stuff. It's from Pellon. It's like a very soft, it's like polyfill, but it's very, very soft, and it doesn't get as lumpy. I love it. If I can find the name of it and an Amazon link, I'll post it below, but I really like it because it doesn't get lumpy. It's very soft. And yeah, I just left an opening at the bottom. I did put a little bit of walnut shells, but I don't think I put enough in there to make any difference. I kind of filled her a little too much with the cluster stuff, and then I didn't have enough room for the walnuts. I guess I could have taken some of it out, but it was hard to do it from the bottom and then to stitch it with the walnut shells. So maybe next time if I do that, maybe I'll have to leave an opening in her side. I don't know. I'm new to this. I'm learning. So there she is. There she is. I love her. I love her little mask. The mask is sewn onto felt. I had to hand sew it on there. And yep, all of her little things turned out so cute. So cute. So I'm definitely going to be stitching more Stacy Nash animal crackers. I'm going to do Clovis the Badger next. She was one of the new releases too. I would like to have an animal cracker going at all times, so I need to start her soon. Although I might wait till next month just to give me a little bit of a break. I'm still recovering from my finish of her yesterday. I was like so nervous to finish her. I was like sweating and shaking. Like I was like, don't mess this up. I don't know why. I was like, I mean, I guess I know why I was so nervous, but I just wanted her to be perfect. And I feel like she turned out pretty darn good. So I'm happy. I'm happy with her. So let's see. Let's stand her up back here. That way she can hang out with us while I show you the rest. All right. I've got one more finish to show. It's not my finish, though. It's for my daughter. My daughter lives in New York, in Brooklyn, New York. And I had seen her at a family gathering back in August, and she always gives me her stuff to fully finish for her. So she had stitched a pattern from the Witchy Stitcher called Death Metal, and she gave it to me to fully finish. And so here it is. I think it turned out cute. I got this frame from Hobby Lobby. It was white, so I spray painted it pink to match the stitching. And so I think it turned out cute. I'm going to give that to her. I'm either going to mail it. I don't know. This frame's kind of heavy. I'm either going to mail it or I'll just take it to her when I see her at Thanksgiving. So might hold on to it till then. Okay, those were my finishes, my fully finishes. I don't have any like regular finishes. Everything that I finished, I fully finished. So yay me. All right, so let's get into the whips. Oh, and also at the end of the video, I do have some giveaway winners to announce, so stay tuned for that. But let's talk whips. Let's talk about what I've been stitching. So this next one is a new start. I actually just started it a couple of days ago. I saw this because my friend Sarah was starting it. It is a new design from, her name is Chelsea Haynes. She's the daughter of Annie B's Folk Art. And she created this adorable pattern called October 31st. And you can get the chart on Annie B's Folk Art Etsy shop. I can actually link it down below. But this is Chelsea's first ever design, and I think it's so cute. It's so cute. So my friend Sarah, Handmade by Sarah W., she stitched it up. She already stitched it and finished and everything. And so I was like, I want to stitch that too. That's super cute. And so I am stitching it. I'm almost finished. I'm not quite finished, but I'll show you what I have. There it is. Isn't it so cute? So I'll hold the pattern up too. So as you can see, I got to fill in those pumpkins down there in the grass. I'm missing some flowers, and I got to finish the black stitching down at the bottom. But other than that, I'm finished. So I'm mostly finished. It is so teeny tiny. Like, look how tiny that is compared to my hand. I am stitching it on a 40 count. The called for is Eek by Picture This Plus. I didn't have any of that in stash. So I pulled out this 40 count Amber by Fiber on a Whim, and I think it looks totally cute on there. And my friend Sarah had the idea of using the flosses from the Pumpkin House. We both used the Forbidden Fiber Co. conversion for that. And so we just went ahead and used some of those flosses. It only calls for 5 flosses. And so we used Magnolia. What is this one? Pumpkin Spice. Black Magic. Now, I did change my green. Hold on, we'll come back to that. And there's Frankincense. I did change my green. The Forbidden Fiber Co. green that's used in Pumpkin House is called Celery. And it was looking a little bright on my orange colored fabric. So I switched it out for one that I had in my stash. This is still Forbidden Fiber Co. It's a one-of-a-kind, so I don't think it's something you can buy in their shop. It's one-of-a-kind number 3. I used to be in their floss club a long time ago. But I think that green looks really great on this fabric. So I am going to probably finish this up today and turn it into a little pillow for my dough bowl. I just love the tiny ghost who's holding the banner that says boo. That cat is so funny looking. It's just so cute and tiny. So definitely support our new designer in the field here, Chelsea. Go pick up her pattern. It's a PDF, and it's a super fun little stitch. Very cute. And I am keeping that in this cute little bag that I got a year or 2 ago, I guess, from As the Yo Flies on Etsy. So that's my first whip. Oh, sorry, I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache here. My next whip is a new start. This is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Holly Jolly Kitchen Sal. It's a mystery sal, so that's why you can't see the actual motifs. It's released part by part. The second clue was actually just released, I want to say last week or so. And it starts here in the middle with this gingerbread house. So I started with clue 1. I started with the gingerbread house. So I did get the gingerbread house done. Let me show you. So clue 1 is done. And there it is. Isn't that so cute? I love a gingerbread house. I love it, love it, love it. So let me show you. So I got the kit from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. They sent me the kit. The kit comes with the fabric. The fabric you can get in a 14 or 18 count Aida or a 28 count even weave. And so I'm using the 28 count even weave. They also send all the floss you need. Mine looks a little messy because it's been in a bag. But the floss comes, sorry, I'm trying to straighten it up a little bit. The floss comes on these handy dandy cards. There we go. Comes on these handy dandy cards that have numbers, and the numbers coordinate with the symbols on the chart. And you just pull off the color you need, and then I use the little holes on the edges there to hold any additional floss that I didn't use. Excuse me. And then you also want to get the needle minder. Caterpillar Cross Stitch makes the best needle minders. They're very strong and they're very cute. This one was a mince pie needle minder. They are a UK-based company, but anytime you order from them, it comes pretty quick. So even though it has to come all the way from across the pond, you get it pretty quick, and it comes in this beautiful envelope. So I really enjoy that, like, you get everything you need to just start stitching, and the patterns come to you in the mail as PDFs. So there's my start again. Super cute. And I am keeping it in this bag from my sister's shop, Pepper Pot Shop on Etsy. And it's perfect. Holly Jolly Kitchen. It's kitchen themed. It's even got the gingerbread house. So how perfect is that? So perfect bag for a perfect little Christmas stitch. So I need to get started on the second clue soon. Not really in the mood for Christmas stitching yet, but that was a fun little stitch to do to start preparing myself for the Christmas mood. I did want to say, if you do want to join the SAL, it's not too late. There's only 2 clues that have been released. So you can go to caterpillarcrossstitch.com, and if you want to purchase the kit and join me, you can use my code, my discount code. You get 10% off if you use the code HJK10, the number 10, Sarah with an H. And I'll put that down below. So if you want to purchase the kit and join me, I would love for you to do that. Okay, my next stitch. I'm sorry, my voice is starting to get scratchy. I'm going to try to make this video a little bit quicker so you don't have to listen to me too much longer. My next stitch is another Sarah-inspired stitch. My friend Sarah, handmade by Sarah W. I talk about her a lot. She was stitching this. She's already finished it. She was stitching this with a friend of hers named Allie. And it's called Jack's House Pinkeep by Stacy Nash Designs. And I saw that and I was like, I want to stitch it too. So I'm stitching it too. So there it is. I don't know what this fabric is. It was a scrap in my scrap bin. In fact, it came from something that I had started stitching and abandoned. So I threw it in my bucket, and I'm repurposing it for a new stitch. It does call for 3 flosses, Needlearts Ginger Snap, Roasted Marshmallow, and Picnic Basket. But I decided to add a 4th color. I wanted a green in here. The vines are actually charted in this brown color, but I didn't want my vines to be brown. So I pulled a Roxy. It used to be called Leo and Roxy, but it's just called Roxy Floss Co. now. So a Leo and Roxy floss in the color Spinach, and there it is. I did work my way down to the roof of that house. So I just work on it every now and then, just put a couple strands into it and then put it back down. So I like it. I think it's very cute. I know this fabric is a 40 count, and I'm stitching 1/1. And I am keeping that in a vintage Painted Leaf Co. bag. It's a vinyl front, and it's got the matching notions. And Painted Leaf Co. is actually my mom's shop. My mom's name is Kathy, and she makes project bags, and my sister's name is Megan. I just showed you one of hers from Pepper Pot Shop, and she makes project bags. So I have very talented family members, and I reap the benefits of that. Okay, my next stitch is my anniversary stitch. So I started this back in August. I don't think I worked on it very much in September. I had decided that I'm going to pull this out on the 11th of every month because my anniversary is August 11th. And it's something that I would like to have done by the time we reach our 20th anniversary. We just celebrated 17 years, so I've got a little bit of time. But I am stitching the Modern Botanical Wedding Sampler by Counting Puddles. And that's what it looks like. It's very beautiful. If you watched my video where I first talked about this, I talked about how the colors of the flowers here are very, very similar to the colors of my wedding bouquet. And also the butterflies are very meaningful to me because I had a butterfly in my, not a real one, a fake butterfly in my bouquet to represent the fact that we were missing my husband's cousin who had passed away shortly before we got married. And it was just a symbol that we were thinking of him and that he was there with us on our day. So when I saw the colors of these flowers and I saw those butterflies, I was like, this is perfection. So I'm stitching it for our anniversary. So of course I'll be switching the letters and the date for us. And I am stitching mine on, what is this fabric? There's a card on here, hold on. This fabric is Friendship Green by Fabrics by Stephanie. It's a 40 count. I chose this color because it's the color of my bridesmaids' dresses. This green is. So I think all the colors will look really pretty on here. There's a couple, like this one I'm totally worried about. That's totally going to blend in. So I'm going to have to find a substitute for that one, and perhaps that one. But the rest of the colors should look pretty good on here. So might have to do a couple substitutions, but other than that, I think it'll look really great. So I pulled mine out a couple days ago and worked on it. I'm working up in that top left-hand corner there. So 1 day a month should get me some pretty good progress over the next couple of years. And then, of course, when I get a little bit closer to when I want to get it finished, I'll probably spend more time focusing on it. But for now, I'm just going to chip away at it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm kind of struggling. My head is starting to hurt all of a sudden, and maybe making a video wasn't a good idea today, but here we are. Bear with me. Let me get a drink. Okay, all right. All right, my next one is my friend Sarah's birthday start. Her birthday was in July, and she started Anne Hughs' 1852 Woodfield House by Quaint Needlearts. I know several people are also stitching this along with her. Of course, I had to start it too because it's gorgeous. It was funny when she said that she was considering this for her birthday stitch. I was like, oh, yes. Because I think this came out like in the spring marketplace. And I had like kept putting it in my cart and then taking it out and putting it back in and taking it out. So when she said she wanted to do it for her birthday start, I was like, yes, perfect. And here I am. There we are. So since you saw it last, I have finished outlining all of the windows and I did that door. So now I'm ready to start on some bricks. And the bricks are like that beautiful red color. I love a red house. So I'm super excited about that. I am using all of the called for colors. I'm assuming the house is probably this color right here. Cherry Cobbler. And it does call for a cottage garden thread in the color Burgundy Cream. That's going to be super fun to stitch with. That color is in the flower urns. So I can't wait to get to that part. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working on filling in those bricks. So that's where we're at. My fabric is, let me check. My fabric is a 40 count Seraphim in the color Old Stationery. And Sarah's using the same color, and she's stitching on, I want to say a 20 count Aida, 18 or 20 count Aida, but same color. Very pretty. Good pick, Sarah. I love it. I love it. She picked some good birthday starts. So there's my progress on that. And I'm keeping this in a quilted bag by handmade by Michelle Lee. Michelle is a good friend of mine. I got to hang out with her when we went to the 141 Pep Rally retreat recently. Excuse me. And then it's okay. My watch is being very nice to me today. I don't know if you heard her. She just said it's okay. I don't know why my watch is talking to me today, but I'm not mad about it. All right. Okay, so, oh shoot, I meant to grab something else. Oh well. Oh well. So my last two whips, before I show them to you, I want to talk a little bit about them because they are previous birthday starts. I am, we were just talking about Sarah and her birthday start. One thing about Sarah is when she picks a birthday start, she finishes it by her next birthday. I do not. I am notorious for picking birthday starts and never finishing them. So I have 3 previous birthday starts that have not been finished. And so I decided this year I'm not starting anything for my birthday because I am going to finish my three previous birthday starts by my next birthday. So I think on my birthday this year, I'm just going to work on my previous birthday starts. And I really want to get them done this year. And then next year, I will have to like reward myself with like the most epic birthday start ever. So I did work on 2 of them out of the 3 in the last couple of weeks since I saw you. So let's talk about them. I want to go grab the other one too. I'm not a person who like can pause my video. I can. I'm too lazy to edit. Can you wait 1 second while I go grab it? I'll be right back. It's like literally right here. Okay. See? I told you I wouldn't be gone long. Okay. So let me show you my 3 previous birthday starts. I'll start with the one that I haven't worked on in a while. I don't know why. I love this pattern so much. I mean, I love all 3 of my birthday starts. That's why they're my birthday starts. But I started this one, I want to say, in 2022. It is from the Blue Flower. It is called Night Walked Down. And it is just absolutely stunning. So this was my 2022 birthday start. And I need to get back to this because it's amazing. So let me put it out on my board here. I did not iron this one. I had forgotten that I wanted to pull it out and show it to you. So here we are. That's my start. Not too big of a start. So I've got my work cut out in front of me, but there we are. I'm stitching mine on a 40 count Jamie's Kilt by Fabrics by Stephanie. It is, oh, let me pin this on here. It is a fantastic fabric. I don't know if you follow my friend AllieCat13 on Instagram. If you don't, you should. She used this fabric for her Huckleberry Farm, which she got framed over the summer, and it looks fantastic. Look at that modeling. Now that I'm holding it back, look at that. So that's definitely one that I want to pull out and get finished this year. I have all of my flosses on this card that I got a couple years ago from a Black Needle Society box. It's a That's So Kelly Co. I don't think she has a shop anymore. I could be wrong, but it had all these little holes down there at the bottom. I did punch a couple more holes in the side here because I didn't have enough holes for all my floss. And I used little stickers on the back and I drew the symbols. That way I can just look at the symbol, grab the floss, and there you go. This is like felt, so it can be an orc catcher or for your floss. And there's like a little magnet there that holds your needle. So it's kind of a multi-purpose tool there. I love this. I did switch out a couple of colors for colors that I maybe didn't have in my stash, or for colors that I thought looked better in the grand scheme of things. So small color conversion, but here we are. That was my 2022 birthday start. So I have not worked on this maybe since last October. Maybe I pulled it out. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just guessing. I don't even know the last time I worked on this. So this one's going to stay out. It's going to get worked on this year. What I should do, just like I'm doing for my anniversary, where I work on it the 11th of every month, I should work on my birthday starts on the 23rd of every month. I'm going to need to work on them more than that to get them done by next year, but for sure having like one day that's dedicated to it would be helpful, right? So that's one of my previous birthday starts. Now the 2 that I have worked on recently are, let me show you the chart first. This was my birthday start last year. This is 3 Things Sampler by Moira Blackburn. It's a big girl. She's a big one. She is 263 by 359, and I just absolutely love this. I've seen a few people have stitched this. I know the New Hampshire stitcher stitched it or is stitching it. can't remember who else, but I know I've seen other stitchers stitch it. But here is mine. I did work on it on Monday. A couple friends and I do this thing that we call Big Beautiful Monday, and we work on our big projects on Monday. And so I did pull this out on Monday. It's been missing a few Mondays lately, and today's Monday, so I should work on it today. But it actually has less progress than the last time you saw it, because I had to come over here and frog like this section of the border because I was off a stitch up here. And it was throwing me off. This is one of those things. It's kind of like when I did my Let Love Rain. This is going to be like one of my heirloom samplers. Like, I want it to be perfect. And so I won't be fudging anything on this. So if I make a mistake, I'm going back and fixing it. So could I have fudged that one mistake? Yeah, because it took me forever to even find where my mistake was. But I'm not going to. So I did go back and rip out a good chunk of the border there, probably about 3 inches of it, because it was probably down to here. I think I did like a page finish down to here. So I do need to go back and fill that back in, but I did add another line of text, and I was doing these lines here. So yeah, I need to get back to this. I am stitching this on a 46 count XJU design in the color Rocky Mountain, using all of the called for DMCs. And I think it's just looking so beautiful. So it is huge. It is going to be a huge challenge to try to get this done by next year, by my next birthday, but I can do it. I can do it. You know, I set a goal for myself last year with Let Love Rain, like I'm going to get this done, and I did it. So I think I can do it with this one too. I'm just going to need to really dedicate some time. I'm definitely going to need to stitch on it every Monday, like I have decided to do, but I'm probably going to need to work on it more than that too. But I know last year when I kind of pulled Let Love Rain back out and decided like I'm going to focus on this, my friend Allison, AllieCat13, she and I for New Year's, instead of doing a 12 by 12 where like you start 12 new projects or work on 12 whips, we decided to dedicate 12 hours to one project. And so I did Let Love Rain, and she did her Gypsy Queen from Mirabilia. And we both got so much progress in those dedicated 12 hours that it kind of really just like, you know, spurred me on to like keep going. When I saw how much progress I could do in 12 hours, I was like, okay, like it gave me like a boost, like a super boost. And I wanted to just keep working on it. So I'm definitely going to do a 12 by 12 for this to kind of give myself a boost, you know, when the new year comes around. And I'm keeping this in a beautiful bag by my friend Michelle. Different Michelle, not Michelle Lee Quilts, but another Michelle. She made this for me last fall, and I absolutely love it. And I keep my 3 things sampler in here because it's a special bag for a special project. So that was my 2023 birthday start. I also have a 2021 birthday start. So that's why I'm not starting anything new for my birthday this year, because I need to finish my old ones. So this is the Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. And I had started this back in 2021. And then I stopped stitching it because the fabric I was using was way too light. And the white flowers and the white on the owl were just not showing up. So I stopped stitching it and I restarted. Hold on, let me show you something. So, not very organized today. Let me grab something here. So this was from my previous start. You can see the fabric is just way too light. You can't even see like the white flowers on this branch here, and you can't really see the white on the owl. So I was able to salvage the owl and put him in a little hoop, and he's displayed here in my craft room. But I knew like there was no way I was going to stitch that whole thing and have all of the light stuff not showing up. So I kind of lost my mojo, and I was like, I don't really want to start over and stitch this whole giant thing. So I decided instead, especially after seeing the model, I think it's StitchCon, I decided instead to stitch the pillow. So it's this alphabet down here in these animals, but with this border going all the way around. So I was like, I like that because I love stitching animals so much. And that has just enough animals in it to make me happy. So I'm stitching the alphabet with the animals, and I'm going to probably do a pillow finish just like that. I don't know if I'll do a pillow finish. I might frame it. I don't know. I got to stitch it first. So that's what I'm doing. So I restarted it on a much better fabric. I believe this fabric is from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. I was in the fabric club until just recently. I canceled because I have a lot of colored fabrics. But this was one of them that I'd gotten. And I love it. I love it so much. So I worked on this week. I added the bat. I added the badger. And I added the letters C and D. So I definitely don't think this one's going to be hard to finish by my next birthday. So yeah. So that was my 2021 birthday start. So I want to get that, I want to get that finished too. I think I am using all of the called for colors. And I think it's so pretty. It is a 40 count. One strand over 2. So yeah, that's my goal. I'm going to finish my 3 birthday starts by my birthday next year. Now, that's not to say I'm not going to start new things. I'm just not starting anything new for my birthday. So, let's talk. So those were all my whips. Let's talk giveaways, and then I'll show you a couple of things that I have for plans that I might want to start. So let's talk giveaways. So in my last video, I was giving away 2 PDFs from a new to me designer called Rouge Antique. I will put a link to her Etsy shop below. And she had sent me a couple of PDFs to share with 2 of my viewers. And so this was one of them, Primrose and on Autumn. This is in French, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering anything. And then Le Renard, l'ami de Primrose. So cute. And so I'm giving away these 2 charts, the mouse, the fox. The fox pattern goes to Annabelle Wilcombe. These are your names here on YouTube. And the mouse pattern goes to Donna Boyd 5108. So if you are Annabelle or Donna, send me a message either on Instagram, or you can email me at stitchysarahreads@gmail.com. And yes, that's right. And let me know that you're one of my winners, and I will send that PDF out to you right away. Also, I had a fabric bundle from a new friend that I met at the 141 retreat. Her name is Christine Owsley, and she has a shop on Etsy called Threads and Stitches. There's her information. And she gave me this fabric bundle to give away to one of you. And the winner of the fabric bundle is Robin Bunnis, 6792. I did write all of the winners down, so I'm going to just put that up there. So those are the winners. If one of those is you, let me know. Send me a message on Instagram at stitchysarahreads, or in my email, stitchysarahreads@gmail.com, and I will get those out to you right away. So congratulations. Okay, all right. Before we go, I did want to pull out a couple of things because I've been really in the fall stitching mood. And so I have 3 new charts that I would really like to start sometime either this month or next month, and I wanted to show them to you. I don't know if I'll start all 3 or when I'll start them, but they're really calling my name. So I wanted to show those to you. The first one, I just got this when I was at the retreat, at the 141 Pep Rally retreat. This is a new one from Teresa Kogut called Bittersweet Bird. Just a cute little small. I love the colors. I'm going to stitch it on 40 count flannel flower by Fox and Rabbit. And I think I had all the called for. If I didn't have the called for, then I'm using the DMC equivalent. But yeah, those colors are very pretty. So that's one of them that I would like to start. And I'm keeping this in a project bag that I got from my mom recently from Paint to Leave Co. This is the one that I had Nettle in, but she's done, so I had to put something else in it. I just love that. That's that new Teresa Kogut fabric with the scarecrows. It's so pretty. So that's one of the ones that I'm thinking of starting. Another one that I got from Market recently is the Merry Autumn Pinkeep by Stacy Nash Designs. I don't have all of the floss in stash. It calls for all Weeks Dye Works. So I'm going to have to look up the DMC equivalents. But I'm going to stitch it on wheat. What count is this? Fiber on a Whim wheat 46 count. And I had some of the colors, just a few of the weeks. But like I said, I'm going to have to pull out a few more, like probably DMCs. But there's that. And I have the perfect bag for it. As you can see, this chart has little chickens. How cute are they? And I love the white pumpkins. The big white pumpkin on the top of the house. So cute. I actually just got this bag today from my sister. Like I said, her shop is called Pepper Pot Shop. How perfect is this with the chickens on it? How cute. This is in her shop right now. So if you need a chicken bag, I mean, who doesn't need a chicken bag? But if you need a chicken bag, just see what the charm is. It's a little flower. Definitely go check out Pepper Pot Shop. It's so cute. I love the quilting on it. It's so cute. So there's that one. And then another one that I've been dying to start. I've seen several people start this or are stitching it. It's another Stacy Nash. It is called Blackwater Hollow Sampler. I love this one so much. It just screams fall. Just the colors. I love it. I love that horse. I love this like house shape here. I love this so much. When was this design? When did this design come out? 2011. Wow. I didn't realize it was that old. So this, I'm going to stitch it on a Mystic fabric in the color Olympia, 46 count. Oh, look at that modeling. Perfect. And I think I'm missing some of these colors too, so I'm going to need to see what I can sub out that's in my stash. I don't know. It only calls for 6 colors. Do I have all 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing 1 color. So yeah, I would really like to start those soon. You know, even though I just got done talking about how I'm not starting anything for my birthday, I'm not starting these for my birthday, okay? Don't judge me. And I'm keeping this in a new bag that I just got when I was at the retreat from Michelle Lee Quilts. So very pretty, very pretty. Oh, I love the back. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to start all 3 of those. Probably not, but I have them kitted up so that I can decide when and if I'm going to start them. What would you start? What would you start if you had to choose from those 3? What's your favorite? What else? I think that's about it. Thank you for bearing with me, and sorry for all the coughing. Yeah. All right. I'm hitting a wall here, so I'm guessing that's where we're ending here. So I would love if you would leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Hold on, I gotta pull Nettle out again. She wants to say goodbye. And yeah, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And I would love to hear from you. So here's Nettle again. She wants to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.